What's going on, everybody? This is Pete Thomas coming at you live with another stream. And I'm very excited for this stream this time around because I finally am able to do a tabletop role playing session, and I've got some very awesome folks here ready to play with me. So, for those of you who don't know, this tabletop session will be called Wasteland, and we will be playing Apocalypse World. Very cool tabletop. I've been watching a whole lot and have been anxious to play and am looking forward to it greatly. So, for all of you who have been sitting through my tweets, my Facebook messages, my general excitement over my streams the past like week and a half, thank you guys so much for bearing with my overexcited fanboyishness as I prepped myself mentally, physically, emotionally, and still am not ready. So, but without further ado, I will go ahead and show you our cast here. So this is our wonderful Apocalypse World cast. You may recognize at least Anthony, but the other folks here are brand new to both me and my stream. So thank you guys all for joining. Again, I appreciate all of the patience with me as I got this situated and everything. But we're just going to go ahead and go around the, I want to say the table, but it's not really a table, but go around my circle here and give a brief introduction so you guys can all see who we have here. But we'll go ahead and start with you, Danny, in the upper left there.
Hi, I'm Danny. I am new to Peter's channel, and I'm very excited to be here. I've been role-playing for a little over a year now. I've played Apocalypse World and several of its hacks before, so really excited to get to tell an exciting new story with exciting new people.
Cool. Go ahead, James.
Hey, I'm James. Yeah, I'm also new to the channel. I've been like tabletop gaming a long time, but I've only recently been getting into like the more like rules light stuff, like Apocalypse World or Dungeon World, that kind of stuff, and I'm definitely looking forward to this.
Cool. Thank you, Anthony. As you drink water.
Yes, hello. My name's Anthony. I've been on the channel before, actually. I'm new to this whole tabletop gaming thing. I play a lot of World of Warcraft and stuff. And yeah, that's what I do on Twitch. If you follow me, I'll suck your Johnson. All right, that's it.
Cool. And Ben.
Yes, I'm Björn, or just called Ben for easier reasons. And I'm totally new to role-playing like this, but I always watched role-playing online, and I was very interested in playing it myself. Yeah, and now I get my opportunity.
That's right. Everybody's get their, for some of us, it's new opportunities. I know James and I were talking a bit offline, and he said that he's MC'd a couple of these, but has not played as a player yet, so that's exciting. So he'll get to see the other end of the spectrum at this point. So great. Well, for those of you who don't know, Apocalypse World is exactly that. It is a setting that's set kind of in a post-apocalyptic type setting. So everything that happened to this world happened about 50 years ago. You don't really know what happened, but everything's changed. It's not the way it used to be. I will read the blurb on the back in a minute here, but there is something that you do know, is that in this world, after everything has changed, there's now something called the psychic maelstrom that kind of exists in this world. You don't know what that is either, but you know it's there. You can kind of feel its presence. It kind of hovers around there. So yeah, I'll go ahead and read the back to kind of set the mood a little bit here, and then from there we will jump right into character creation. So the back says, "Something's wrong with the world, and I don't know what it is. It used to be better, of course it did. In the golden age of legend, when there was enough to eat and enough hope, when there was one nation under God and people could lift their eyes and see beyond the horizon, beyond the day, children were born happy and grew up rich. Now, that's not what we've got. We've got this. Hard holders stand against screaming elements in all corners, in all comers, keeping safe as many as they can. Angels and savvy heads run constant battle against there's not enough, and bullets fly, and everything breaks. Hocuses gather people around them, and are they protectors, saviors, visionaries, or just wishful thinkers? Choppers and gunluggers and battle babes carve out what they can and defend it with blood and bullets. Drivers and operators search and scavenge, looking for that opportunity, that one perfect chance. Skinners remember beauty, or invent beauty anew, cup it in their hands and whisper, "Come and see." And don't worry now about what it'll cost you. And brainers, oh brainers, they see what none of the rest will, the world's psychic maelstrom, the terrible desperation and hate pressing it, and the edge of all perception. It is the world now. And you, who are you? This is what we've got, yes, but what are you going to make of it? So yeah, Apocalypse World. So we will just go ahead and get started with the character creation piece of this. I don't know if you guys kind of have an order you want to go, but I do know what we'll do is we'll kind of go in order of everything that sits on the page. So, if we do names, classes, and look first, and then just go around the table with that, and then we'll move on from there. So, I'm not sure who would like to go first, but I'll take volunteers. Not everybody at once.
I guess I'll bite the proverbial bullet.
Okay.
So, I've decided to play the Maestro D, who is a woman in casual wear with a pretty face, cool eyes, a curvy body, and scarred hands. And her name is Blackbird.
Blackbird. Female. I'm sorry, can you go over her look again? Casual face.
She's a woman with casual wear.
Oh, casual wear.
And a pretty face with cool eyes, a curvy body, and scarred hands.
Got it. Cool. So that's can you give us a brief description of kind of what the Maestro D is? It could either be the one that's given in the guide, or it could be something that you kind of summarize on your own.
I think I will read what is in the guide.
Okay, works for me.
In the golden age of legend, there was this guy named Maestro. He was known for dressing up real dap, and wherever he went, the people had much schlucks too. There was this other guy named Maitre D. He was known for dressing up real dap, and wherever he went, the people had all the food they could eat, and the fanciest of it. Here in Apocalypse World, those two guys are dead. They died, and the fat sizzled off them. They died same as Much Luck's tune and all you can eat. The Maestro D now, he can't give you what those guys used to, but fuck it. Maybe he can find you a little something to take off the edge. So, to sum it up, the Maestro D basically has an establishment that they run. It can be like a bar or a club or something else, but that is their shtick.
Got it. Perfect. Cool. Who's next?
I guess
I
I
go.
could go. Oh. Or if you want to go, you can.
Sure, I go first.
Okay.
So, I'm going to play the Faceless. Then I'm gonna read the little introduction here. Is it true everywhere always? Was it true in the golden age of legend when life was kind? For certain it's true here in the Apocalypse world. Some of us are born and grow up and live without faces. We have things on the fronts of our heads, of course, but they are soft, malleable, expressive, revealing things. They aren't our faces. Our faces would be hard, ungiving, silent and stern. They would be what we are. They would never flinch. So, basically they are the psychopathic murderers of the Wasteland. Pretty much like Jason Voorhees or Michael Myers.
Yeah.
So
I actually want to pause you for just a minute, just to say that your accent adds so much to this character. I'm like listening, and I'm like, oh my god, it's going to be real. I'm sorry,
Well,
but go ahead and continue.
yeah, okay. So my faceless is named Dingo.
I'm sorry, the name was
Dingo.
Dingo.
Like the dog.
Yep.
So where I start? I start with the unmasked you are choose 2. I'm afraid you take 1 ongoing until you uncover your face again.
Mm-hmm.
In irresolute, when you inflict harm, inflict 1 harm less. Also minus 1 harm.
Let's see here. Okay.
Is his looks, he's a man. He's slightly muscular, but not like buff or bodybuilder like.
Mm-hmm.
He's an average man who trained, right?
Okay.
And he wears like a biker outfit, like a black leather vest and shoes and pants. Then his mask is pretty much like a wolf mask or any other cannon, because you can't tell it really at its state.
Mm-hmm.
But it's stitched up, it's burned, it went through a lot. You can see it on the mask. You just can make out that it's probably like a canine mask,
Okay.
but it's really like a nightmarish version of its former thing.
Perfect. I like it.
His weapon is a machete. Free harm, hand, and messy. And
Hang tight 1
Yes.
second. We are not going to go through weapons just yet.
oh, sorry.
That's okay. All right.
What else?
Perfect. We did name, look, and class, so that's good for now. We'll
Okay.
go ahead to James.
All right. I'm gonna be playing an operator. His name is gonna be Cash. He's a man in casual wear with an honest face, wary eyes, and a sturdy body. The description on the operator is an apocalypse world. Here's what you've got, right? You've got Dremmer and Balls on one side, Warlord Slaver and his skinny fucking enforcer raiding from their stronghold of concrete and iron spikes. On the other side, you've got the barge people living their short disease-crippled lives up and down the dead poisoned river. Further along, you've got Lighthouse, a men and women hunger cult gone wrong, barricaded and on the edge of the breeding pit burn flat. Sorry. You just want to make your way and have some freedom, but this is what you've got to work with. Not fucking rosy. So yeah, the operator, he's just a guy. He like does odd jobs and wants to be left alone, I guess. He's kind of got like his fingers in like every pie, that kind of stuff.
Cool. Perfect. And Anthony, your character, class, name, and look, which I realize that you probably don't have those, so I'm going to help you out with that one as well. So go ahead with class and name. Anthony? I think he's...
Mic was muted, sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, so what are we doing?
Yep, I need
apologize.
your name and class for your character.
Oh, okay. Name. I'll be playing the Gunlugger, and his name is Raphael.
J-E-L, Raphael the Gunlugger.
Yes.
All right. So for the look, man, woman, ambiguous, transgressing, or concealed.
What?
Are you a man, a woman, ambiguous, transgressing, or concealed?
It's a man.
Man.
I'll go with ambiguous.
Ambiguous?
I guess, yeah.
Okay.
Do you need a description further than that, or?
Nope. So his look, does he have scrounged, mismatched armor, battered old armor, or custom homemade armor?
He has battered old armor.
Battered old.
Yes.
His face, is it a scarred face, a blunt face, bony, dull, worn, or blasted?
It's a scarred and blunt face.
Scarred.
Look at me getting all fancy here.
Scarred and blunt. All right. His eyes, are they mad, raging, wise, sad, little piggy, or cunning?
They seem pretty pissed off right now. Yeah.
Okay, so he's mad.
He's he kind of resembles a dwarf. I'm not gonna lie. That's the way I'm picturing him.
Okay. And then how about his body? Okay, I guess that kind of answers that.
Body, he's like short, about
Yep.
5 feet tall, not even, kind of fat with a big ginger beard.
Okay, so he's stocky
Mhm.
and compact, we're saying.
Yes.
Let's see here. Stocky, compact. All right, perfect. So that's our characters. That's who will be joining us in for Apocalypse World here. So we're going to go ahead and move on to stats for the next piece. Do we just want to go right back in the order that we had the characters? Is that cool with you guys?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. Then
Sure.
we'll start with you, Danny. Go ahead and give me your stat line, starting from cool, going down to weird.
Excellent. So I chose the first stat block,
Okay.
which gives me a cool of +1,
Mhm.
a hard of -1,
Yep.
a hot of 2,
Okay.
sharp of 0,
Mhm.
and weird +1.
Perfect.
And let me know when you want me to talk about her establishment and such.
Yeah. We could probably do that. Where is she? Let me see here. Let's do that. We'll probably get her stuff whenever we do like gear and things. We'll consider that like part of her setup for her equipment. So.
Sounds good?
So let's go to. I will often refer to you guys as your character names, as part of this is to, again, be as immersive as possible. So let's go ahead with Cash.
All right.
Cash, what is your stat lines?
Yeah, I chose the third line, so I have cool +2,
Mm-hmm.
hard at -1, hot at +1, sharp at +1, and then a weird of 0.
Not very weird, huh?
No.
Not feeling it. All right, Dingo.
So, cool +1,
Mhm.
hard +3 due to a skill I picked,
Okay.
Wow.
hot -1, sharp 0,
Mhm.
and weird +1.
So the your hard is +2, but because
Yes.
of the mask you're wearing, is that correct?
Due to a skill I have.
A skill. Okay. All right. So let me write down the raw stat as 2.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, one of the Faceless's moves is Beastly. You get +1 hard.
Right, beastly.
Yeah.
That I picked.
Gotcha. Okay. We will. Yeah. Perfect. And Raphael, your stat lines. Let's see here. We have for you. You can have cool +1, hard +2, hot -1, sharp +1, weird 0.
Go with that.
You're just gonna go with the first one.
Let's go with that, man. Let's do
All
it.
right.
Bam.
Sounds good. The stats for yours are all based around hard, so there's no stat lines that have less than hard +2, since that's how your character is. All right, so +1, +2, -1, +1, no weird. Interesting. No weird characters, huh? Dingo a little bit,
Yeah.
and Blackbird a little bit, but nobody's totally just odd.
My guy's not actually allowed to be every other thing head weird at -1, so
Oh wow,
yeah.
interesting.
Also, I wouldn't call
Operators are-
psychopath not weird.
it's kind.
Just
We're-
because of his stats.
right.
Operators are pretty down to earth, though. So
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Makes sense. Okay, cool. So in this game, you guys all have a set of basic moves that you keep, and whenever you do those basic moves, you're going to be rolling plus whatever it asks you to roll for that. So that's I think acting under fire is plus cool, going aggro is plus hard, so on and so forth. So that's what those stat lines are for. They really simplify it. I know in D&D you get like a normal stat which tells you what your modifier is, and in this game they just give you the modifier and just say, here, go with it. It helps
Still
keep things
confused as
very...
fuck.
What's that?
I'm still confused as fuck.
That's okay. You'll get to understand the role pieces of it once you actually are doing it. So we do have some moves that are specific to your classes, which we'll get to now. So we're going to start with Blackbird. Which moves do you have? I think you get 2, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
And the moves I chose for Blackbird are fingers in every pie. You put
Okay.
the word out that you want a thing. Could be a person, could be something something, could even just be a thing. And roll plus hot. On a 10 plus, it shows up in your establishment for you, like magic. On a 7 to 9, well, your people make an effort and everybody wants to please you, and close is close, right? On a miss, it shows up in your establishment for you with wicked strings attached.
Cool.
And then everybody eats, even that guy. When you want to know something about someone important, your call, roll plus hot. On a hit, you can ask the MC questions. On a 10 plus, ask 3. On a 7 to 9, ask 1. How are they doing? What's up with them? Who or what do they love best? Who do they know, like, and or trust? When next should I expect to see them? How could I get to them, physically or emotionally?
Perfect. Cool. And let's see here. We'll just we'll stop at those. How about the operator, Cash?
All right, my moves.
Yes.
Okay. All operators get moonlighting, which gives me 2 juggling. And whenever there's a stretch of downtime in play or between sessions,
Mhm.
I can choose a number of gigs to work. I can't choose like more than my juggling, and then I roll plus cool on a 10 plus. I profit from all of those. On a 7 to 9, I profit from at least 1, and if I choose more, I get catastrophe from the 1, and then I get catastrophe from 1 and then profit from all the rest of the gigs. And on a miss, there's catastrophe all around.
Okay.
And the ones I'm not working, they don't give me profit or catastrophe.
Gotcha.
My other move I've got is reputation,
Okay.
and that says when I meet someone important, which is my call, I can roll plus cool. And on a hit, they've heard of me, and I can say what they've heard.
Mhm.
And you'll have them respond however you want. On a 10 plus, I also take +1 forward to dealing with them. And on a miss, they've still heard of me, but the MC, gets to decide what they've heard.
Gotcha. Cool. All right, perfect. How about Dingo? Your moves. I know we
Yes.
have Beastly.
Right. So, I got S1. Attempts by other PCs to seize your mask by force, or to get you to remove or give away your mask by going aggro or seduce or manipulate are at -2. NPCs will never succeed to unmask you against your will unless you are completely at their mercy. Means they can't remove my mask.
Right.
And
Int-
UPCs have it much harder.
Right. Dingo, why are you so hell-bent on keeping your mask on?
For the faceless, it's a huge weakness to remove his mask because he gets like weaknesses when I have to choose if you remove my mask.
Gotcha. So is it
You
like
go-
an almost like an insult kind of thing to take the mask off of a faceless?
It's even more than an insult. It's
Okay.
like taking a part of him away. They
Oh.
go nuts if you take this away. It's like a psychic shock, really, to them.
Very cool. I like it. Like it.
So, I got 3 moves actually as a faceless.
Oh, okay, cool. Let's go
I
for
think
it.
you. Yeah, and my third move is so roll hard to smash your way through scenery to get get to or away from something. +10 the scenery move or smashed and you get what you want. On its 7 to 9 you get what you want and smash or move the scenery, but take 1 harm. AP, what means armor piercing. And are disoriented and under fire in follow-up actions. Leave something behind or take something with you. Think smashing through walls or pushing through burned out husks of cars.
Okay.
Very
cool.
specific.
Yeah, very much so. Cool. And our gun lugger. So you've got the option to pick 3 of those moves that you have on your list there. So if you look at your character sheet, from battle hardened down to not to be fucked with.
All right. First off, I'm gonna go with not to be fucked with.
All right.
So.
Yes.
That is a very sweet move. Can you please tell us what it does?
Yes. In battle, you count as a gang. With armor according to the circumstances.
Perfect. So the 3 harm gang small is basically the descriptor. So anytime you go into battle with something, you're so badass that you don't count as just one person. It's like somebody is fighting like an army of people, right? It's a small army, but it's an army nonetheless. And you deal up to, I guess, it's worth 3 harm, which we'll cover harm in a little bit here. So, very sweet move. Cool. 2 more.
Okay. I'm gonna go with prepared for the inevitable. You have a well-stocked and high-quality first aid kit.
Right.
To whatever the fuck stock.
So, you're this badass gun lugger, right? You just you don't take shit from anybody. You kind of do your own thing and stuff like that. But you have first aid kits. What happened to you that made you decide like, oh shit, I should probably carry some first aid around?
I was shanked once.
Okay, cool.
Couldn't find a hospital.
Gotcha. So you had to.
Dwarf couldn't. When he got to the hospital, he couldn't reach the counter. Didn't get help. It's unfortunate.
Ah, okay. He was too short. He couldn't reach over the thing to ring the bell, right? Yeah. Gotcha.
And I'm also gonna go with fuck the shit.
Okay.
As well. Yeah. Name your escape route and roll hard on 10. Sweet, you're gone. On a 7 to 9, you can go or stay, but if you go, it costs you. Leave something behind or take something with you. The MC will tell you what. On a miss, you're called vulnerable, half in and half out.
Okay. Very cool. All right. I think that's everybody for that. All right. Okay. So we are going to go to the gear now. So with gear, we're going to talk about kind of everything that goes with it. So I want to know, with your gear that you're getting, I also want to know what you consider, I guess, valuable to you in terms of your barter, if you carry any barter anyways. And then we'll also do all part of this, like for the Maester D, we'll do your establishment. For the operator, we'll talk about your gigs. Or do you pick gigs like to keep permanently, or are they just
I'm pretty sure you pick them permanently. That's the way it looks.
Yeah, so then we'll pick whatever your gigs are that you would normally do. Talk about your crew, I believe, right?
Yeah.
We'll talk about, let's see, Faceless. Faceless, we'll talk about your mask, like the all of the descriptors here.
Yeah.
And for gun lugger, I think we just talk about all of the fucking weapons that you get. So we'll start with Blackbird. So tell me about your establishment first.
All right. Blackbird's establishment is a club known as Pence. And obviously there's food and drink there, but what it's really known for is spectacle, luxury, and sex.
Okay.
So kind of think a grittier version of the Moulin Rouge, I guess.
Nice.
So there's entertainment, place for the who's who of the whole to come and mingle and just forget about things for a while. And yeah, there's private rooms where people can slip away with some of the staff who kind of services. So, yeah.
Cool. How?
And the atmosphere is intimacy, fantasy, anonymity, and forgetting.
Fantasy.
So she's very carefully kind of cultivated this very clean and luxurious place where people can come in and for at least for a little while forget about all the terrible things going on in the hold and the world and in their own lives and lose themselves in each other.
Sure. So it's easy to see why someone would want an establishment like this. How long has she been running this gig, or this establishment rather?
She's been running this establishment for a couple years now, I'm going to say.
Okay.
And I think that before she was the Meister D, she was actually the Skinner. Like,
Okay.
she was very famous for that, and then she retired from that after she fell in love and got married.
Mm-hmm.
And sadly, her significant other died.
Gotcha.
And she didn't want to go back into business, of course, so she decided, well, hey, maybe I can do something else with my skills and connections. And she set up Nepenthe.
Gotcha. Can you spell the name of the establishment for me, please?
I can. I will drop that into the roll 20.
Perfect. Thank you. I was close. All right. And just curious. So this establishment, where's it located?
Strangely, and I think it's located towards in one of the buildings towards the edge of the central area
Okay.
of the town. So it's not isolated,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not central. And yeah, everybody kind of knows what goes on in there, and
Yeah.
I'm sure there are tons more rumors too, but it serves its purpose.
Sure. So you are in like an established town. That's kind of what I was looking for. Is like there's some sort of town that's been, I guess, created or brought together by some folks, and you kind of the building resides there.
Yeah, if that's okay with if you guys with the other players.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. All right.
I also have some NPCs to talk about with this as well.
You do. So tell me who your best regular is.
That is going to be a young man named Lamprey.
Okay.
He's younger and only just started attending within the past several months.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I've heard the talk. You know, he's inexperienced, but he's always respectful and really interested in learning about this world and other people. So, you know, he's someone that people like trust and enjoy interacting with because they know that he's going to be respectful and listen to any advice they have to give.
Perfect.
And he always pays up front.
Yeah, that's important.
Right.
When a little bit of jingle is hard to come by, somebody who's
Yeah.
good for their money, that's always good. I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
laughed because one of the chat said fresh meat is on the menu, boys. Okay, so who's your worst regular?
Oh, that is totally Litz.
Litz.
She's been attending since the place opened,
Mm-hmm.
and there are lots of rumors about her attitude towards the staff and the other patrons,
Mm-hmm.
And especially about the boys she hires, but nothing that can ever be proved.
Okay.
Nothing that anyone's come forward and actually said. So, she's trouble for sure, but at this point, I don't have the sufficient proof needed to deal with her. And I think she might be the niece of the hard holder.
Okay.
So she's got some status too that complicates the situation. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So there's a little bit of drama circling her. Nobody can really actually prove it, but there's a lot of the folks kind of agree that she's not really that great a news to be around.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And she kind of totes her weight with the, oh, I'm the niece of the heart holder kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah? Okay, gotcha. Cool. So we've got 3 NPCs then that have interest in your establishment. So who wants in on your establishment?
That is going to be a Rolf Ball. He fancies himself an entrepreneur. I think he has a lot of stake in some of the other establishments in town. I mean, they may not be like mine, but
Mm-hmm.
And he's very interested in getting a portion of the profits and helping me expand. At least that's the way he puts it.
Okay, so as far as you know, his intentions are pretty good. He just wants to help build it out.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So
as far as I know, the truth may be a little different. We'll find out.
Sure. Who is Rolf Bull? How does he have so much power that he's got? That he's got stake in other establishments as well.
I think. I think that his parents were survivalists when the apocalypse started. So he's a little bit older, and I think that they taught him a lot of valuable skills, and I think that he was able to meticulously build himself up a stash of useful and practical items.
Okay.
And so he's been, trading and things like that to get wealth. And, people want to establish an establishment like mine. A lot of times they go to him.
Sure.
And he'd help him out in exchange for a portion of the proceeds, which he'd then go on to further invest.
Okay. So he's just got kind of some money behind, but he's not somebody like important in the town, we'll say. Like he's not like a.
He's kind of like the power behind the thrones,
Okay. Okay, cool. So maybe like a right-hand man to somebody who would be a mayor or somebody who I guess runs the town. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's become the heart holder's kind of right-hand man because of the fact that he has all this wealth and things like that.
Good. What do you owe for the Nepenthe?
I owe Gams, who loaned me money. At the time I thought that Gams would offer me a better deal than Rolf Ball would, which is probably true, and even help me get some labor. So it took a lot of capital to get this started, even with what I had from my days as a Skinner. And I'm still trying to repay Gams.
Okay. And currency is just some like normal, I guess, cash of some sort.
Cash, goods, money.
Okay. I wasn't sure how Gams would accept payment.
Yeah, mostly though I think barter and goods.
Okay. And who wants your establishment gone?
Oh, that is going to be Ben, B-E-E-N. He used to be a client of mine when I was a Skinner.
Okay.
So I think that there's a certain level of obsession there. And yeah.
So does he want it gone because he wants your full attention, or how is? Okay. Gotcha. He's pretty pissed that you're dividing your attention and not giving it all to him anymore.
Not giving any attention to him.
Ah, any attention. Okay. All right.
And security is a real gang.
Okay. That's a pretty legit gang. How did you develop, I guess, this gang? Who did you handpick these guys? Did you outfit them yourselves? How did you? Because I mean, that's pretty serious. 3 harm gang, small, 1 armor. I mean, that's no joke.
I had a couple bodyguards.
Okay.
From the days when I was a Skinner. And when I got married, I no longer needed their services. But when I told them, hey, I'm going to set up an establishment, I could use some security.
Sure.
They were willing to come work for me, and with their help, I handpicked other applicants who were interested in, a steady paying gig. And one of them especially has a really good eye for people. So
Gotcha.
between the interest and skills, uh, we were able to form a gang of pretty loyal, effective individuals.
Sure. Cool. All right. So there's a section here for cast and crew. Is that something we name now, or is that just kind of like along the way we can throw some?
I think that is just pretty much everyone who comes up in like character creation and throughout the game.
Okay. I thought so. I wasn't sure. I didn't see any specific instructions on those guys.
Yeah,
so-
I'm pretty sure that's just like you making notes
Cool.
about people.
Perfect. All right. So let's go straight into your gear and barter then. Blackbird.
Okay. So for my gear, I get a wicked blade, like a kitchen knife, or 12-inch razor-sharp scissors.
Yeah.
I totally have a wicked pair of scissors.
Nice. 12-inch scissors. That's your
Yeah.
weapon. Man, that's a
Yeah.
big ass pair of scissors. What made
Yeah.
you decide to use scissors as your weapon?
I think that a long time ago, before she officially became a Skinner,
Yeah.
I think that someone tried to attack her, and the closest weapon she had at hand was a pair of scissors. So
Gotcha.
she was able to fend that person off,
Sure.
and it just kind of became a thing.
Gotcha. So she's like trademarked for the scissor stab.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool.
And I think her bodyguards helped teach her how to wield them a little bit more effectively.
Right, yeah, instead of being in, a state of panic. Cool. All right, so your wicked blade, 12-inch scissors.
Yes.
What else do we got?
Oddman's worth 1 barter.
Okay.
So in her case, I think that is going to be just like necklaces and other jewels and precious stones, things that former clients gave her. She's got a lot of pretty shiny objects.
Yeah, does she have a favorite gemstone or anything like that she has in any of her necklaces or bracelets or anything?
Yes.
What is that?
I think she loves opals, and I think that she still wears the opal ring that her former partner, who I've not decided yet was male or female, gave her when they were married.
Perfect. Okay. Anything else in there? Is that this?
Let's see. Let me double check.
Sure.
I have fashion suitable to your look, including at your option a piece worth 1 armor.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah, I see it here now. Perfect. So, what is her typical garb? And if you want the +1 armor, I guess what does that look like as well?
Awesome. So her typical garb is functional and feminine.
Okay.
She's not a Skinner anymore, so she doesn't, put herself on display. But she always does dress with certain elegance, and like I said, always very feminine. And surprisingly, like, almost modest.
Okay. So it's almost like she kind of really wanted to remove herself from that Skinner background.
Yeah.
Okay. Or maybe even
Exactly.
even being in the partnered life or spouse life has kind of told her like, hey, no more display for anybody else. Yeah.
Right, exactly. It's something that she reserves for that one person.
Okay.
Or did. Aw. And I think that
sad teardrops everywhere.
and I think the armor takes the form of a vest.
Okay.
She doesn't wear it all the time, but if she's going into some dangerous like negotiation or something like that, then yes.
Perfect. And just for my own sake, she works inside of this town. Is this also where she resides?
She does not reside in the establishment itself, but she does reside in a building close to it.
Cool. And I promise you, once I think of a name for the town, I will give it to you. I was thinking along the lines of, I have something in mind, but I want to make sure that none of the other characters or anything like that have anything that would add to that. So if, worst comes to worst, we don't have anything from anything else, then I will give you guys a name. So, can you guys give me 1 second? Sorry. Sorry. Okay, perfect. So that covers our Blackbird. So let's move to, was Cash next, or was it Dingo?
It was me.
Dingo, yes. Okay, so Dingo, we want from you. So let's talk about your mask. So we said that. So on the, I guess the description, it says choose your mask type. So we chose, what was it, the wolf or feral mask? You said
Like a canine mask.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and its look was, I'm sorry.
It looked probably battered and stained and cracked because that mask saw some things going on
Right.
and saw things splatter on it. Like this.
Perfect. So it's a pretty nasty looking mask.
Yes, and it's like stitched up, like only goodwill holds it together.
Right. So does it have like little tufts of fur like sticking out in like odd
Yes,
places? Nice.
totally.
It's great. All right. Let's see here. So it looks like because you wear the mask, it says when someone sees you unmasked for the first time, they take, I guess that's a number of harm in addition to anything else that happens. S harm. What would S harm be? I don't think I've ever seen that in any of it.
If you have the
might-
quarantine, I think it describes it on that. I think it's
think
like
it means-
stun or something.
It might be psychic harm. Let me double check that really quick.
Okay. Yeah, if you guys know, because I don't know if I have anything on that, but we know that happens. So when you're unmasked, even though it's very challenging to do, if by chance something happens, you get to choose two of these, I guess, disabilities here.
Mm-hmm.
So which two have you chosen?
So afraid, you take
Uh-huh.
1 minus ongoing until you cover your face again.
Okay.
And irresolute, when you inflict harm, you inflict 1 minus harm.
Gotcha. Cool. So what made you decide to start wearing the mask to begin with? Like what is
That's a good question. Like, my character is like a myth, really, in the Wasteland.
Okay.
You always hear, like, merchants and caravans talk about this psychopath named Dingo that hounds and stalks the people in cities.
Mhm.
Yeah, and nobody really knows why he wears this creepy-ass mask.
Okay. So it's
Maybe
kind of
we'll find out later.
okay, cool. Yeah, so it's basically like people know of this Dingo. They know that there's some crazy guy out there that wears this nasty, disgruntled looking mask, and
Right,
but they just don't have any sure details yet. That's cool.
right.
That's
right.
cool. Okay. So if you can, in roll 20, I want you to draw your mask. No, I'm just kidding. I don't really draw your mask.
I could try it.
No, I saw the space here. I was laughing because I was like, yeah. But if you ever want to do something on the side and send it to me, I'd be happy to show it for like the next session. No problem.
Maybe I find a fitting image.
There you go. All right, so your gear and your barter. So in addition to your mask, you get brutal weapon, fashion suitable to your look, including your option of a piece worth 1 or 2 armor, and then oddments worth 1 barter. So starting with your brutal weapon.
My brutal weapon is a machete.
All right. Machete, which is 3 harm, hand, auto fire, messy. How do you have
Auto fire
Yeah.
too?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading the chainsaw. That's why I was like, how do you auto fire a machete? I was like, just start chaining them down. Like,
Actually, like a shame blade from Warhammer.
yeah, seriously. All right, 3 harm, hand, messy. That was my bad. Sorry, guys.
Right.
3 harm, hand, messy. So you really are a psychopath. I mean, this machete is doing some serious
Yeah.
damage. Okay. Does the machete have any significant value? Like, why the machete as opposed to some of the other options you've had in your past history of being a psycho?
As like the story told, I probably always had these machetes.
Okay.
This machete with me.
Okay. Does it have a name?
Goldie?
Oldie?
Oldie. Yeah, oldie.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Works for me.
It looks fairly old too.
Yeah. Is it
Like the yeah.
rusting or is it just like stained
Not
with
rust, but
Okay.
there are like other nasty stains on it.
Gotcha.
Who knows what?
Gotcha. All right.
We probably don't want to know what.
Probably has like a nasty smell emitting from it too.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And how about your look? So tell
My
me
look?
tell me like tell me what your typical garb looks like, and if you wear armor, what it's worth. Is it worth 1 or 2, and what that looks like?
So I'm wearing completely biker outfit, like black leather jacket,
Mhm.
black pants,
Nice.
and boots, like heavy boots. And yeah, I would say armor worth 2. This is like steel plates integrated into this jacket, like a shoulder blade. It really looks like someone like a Wasteland survivor style,
Okay.
like a raider.
So metal plates are kind of like somehow either stitched or put into this leather
Right,
jacket
right.
of yours. Cool. Is the leather jacket, and like there's different styles. Is it like a vest style? Is it a long sleeve, short sleeve? How is it?
Long sleeve, I would
okay.
say. It's covered my whole upper body.
Okay. And how about the pants? Are they like full leather pants? Or are they assless chaps? What are you wearing?
Full leather pants.
All right.
I was actually tempted to let him wear fetish gear,
Right.
what is also shoes.
That's almost kind of what it sounds like. Like if he wasn't fully covered,
Yeah.
that's what I would imagine actually. But yeah, okay.
Besides
Cool.
slaughtering people, you would probably dance in Blackbird's bar.
Right. So the boots you have, are they black?
Yes.
Black boots and steel-toed, I assume.
Yes.
Perfect. So you're pretty geared up. We're saying that's what is that the +2 armor for that?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty geared up. I guess being a faceless, you probably had to prepare for some crazy shit, especially carrying around a nasty ass machete. So cool. I think that's it for now. So let's go ahead and move on to Cash.
All right. So I guess I'll start off with my gigs.
Yeah.
I've got 3 paying gigs. I do some bodyguarding
Okay.
and some deliveries, and I also try to do honest work when I can.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got like 1 obligation, and that is I think I'm gonna go with protecting someone. I kind of like I think it might be cool if I have like a son who got like injured, and basically I'm trying to do all of my work to like provide for him and keep him safe, because it's pretty hard to live if if you're injured. And then I've also got some like crew and contacts.
Mhm.
I guess would anyone like to be like in my crew, which is just like helping me like do my jobs and stuff? Because it says player characters can be in there too.
Sure. So if any of the player,
Yes.
okay. Anthony's in.
Yes.
Okay.
So
What-
Raphael.
Raphael.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Raphael is part of your crew that helps with the gigs. You said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if I need some backup when I'm bodyguarding or
Sure.
making a delivery or whatever, someone with guns comes to help me.
Right. So here's
Oh,
an,
I've got a gun, all right.
yeah. Here's an interesting thing. Part of that bodyguarding, would that happen to be any kind of bodyguarding for the Nepenthe establishment?
I was just thinking
Um,
that.
Yeah.
I generally do jobs for anyone who's willing to pay. So yeah, if
Cool.
the Nepenthe can give me what I want, then yeah, I'll guard them.
Cool.
Yeah,
Uh,
normally I think my crew's got it pretty well covered, but there are definitely times when I've got something big going on that needs a little bit of extra firepower
Mhm.
to make sure things stay calm. So yeah, I think I've hired you and your crew for a few of those occasions.
Okay. Kind of feel like I might want some more people for.
Sure.
Well, okay. I guess if I take job from you, you might be a contact. So you were Blackbird. So I'm gonna write you down as a contact for me.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess that's
Oh,
it. Go
also,
on.
I have fingers in a lot of pies, so maybe I can also help point you out. Hey, you know, this guy, I heard him talking last night, or I was told by my girl that they might have some work for you or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, that works. Um. So that's about it for my gigs. As far as just like gear goes, I've got a 9mm. Do you want me to read the stats for that?
Yes, please.
Okay, yeah, that does 2 harm. It's close range and it's loud.
Okay.
And then I've got oddments worth 1 barter. I think Cash is a pretty like practical guy. I think for barter, he mostly deals in like food, supplies, like stuff he can actually use.
Okay.
Um,
So some sort of consumables. What would that be for cash? Maybe like some canned goods.
yeah, stuff like that is good. Or maybe if someone has like gauze or medical supplies or whatever, he takes whatever he can use,
Gotcha.
pretty much, because he's mainly doing this to protect his son.
Right.
And then he's got let's see, fashion suitable to his look. He's got casual wear, so I'm thinking he's mostly just like dressed like a normal person, nothing too fancy.
Sure.
But he does have some armor with that. He has like a scrounged vest
Okay.
that he takes with him on more dangerous gigs. And that's worth 1 armor.
Gotcha. So his typical attire, when you say it's just normal. So this is 50 years in the future with
Yeah.
the apocalypse that had happened. So can you explain kind of like what that would look like in this time period?
I guess most of it's like jeez.
Put you on the spot.
Yeah, I'm basically picturing him wearing like what you would see people wearing nowadays, but like rattier, like
So maybe like
Um,
jeans.
jeans and stuff, but like with holes worn into them, just from use. Very faded stuff. Like none of the colors are very bright, but yeah, he he's mostly dressing like what you would see a person now wearing, but it's a lot more faded
Sure.
and ratty.
Gotcha.
50 years of use or just
Right.
laying around wherever.
And his shirt, would it be like a t-shirt, a button-down shirt?
I'm thinking a button-down shirt.
Button-down? Okay.
Yeah, nice and professional.
Okay. Still worn and ratty, but a little bit
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
nicer looking than the
Yeah.
Okay, than the typical commoner. Okay. Perfect. So that's his look, his barter, his weapon. Is that everything for him?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I realized too, Dingo, we did not get your barter. I believe you have oddness
Yes.
worth 1 barter, so I apologize for that.
No problem. I
So-
forgot it too.
Yeah, so tell me about your barter.
Yes, my barter is a little leather pouch
Hmm?
with jewelry and gold in it. However, this jewelry is covered in nasty little red. Yeah.
Your character is kind of freaking me out.
Pieces.
I'm just saying. So when you is this I guess jewelry that you've plucked off of people?
Yes.
Okay.
Like
Oh,
other gold pieces,
yeah.
anything gold that looks shiny.
Okay. So he has like an affinity for shiny things.
No, he knows that it's worth
Oh.
something.
Okay, cool. Cool. All
That's
right.
actually one of the few moments where he thinks rational.
Oh, okay.
And I would say, even so we are in the apocalypse, I would say that gold still has some kind of wealth.
Yes.
Worth.
Yeah. No, I would agree 100%.
Okay.
You know, it doesn't matter how much time has passed. Valuable materials like that can be even smelted down in this day,
Right.
to even make other things if they need to. Golden bullets. So,
Right.
all right, cool. So, yeah, we are on to our gun lugger, who has been actively
Hello.
harassing my chat. All I see is his
I'm not
name
harassing
just
them.
flying through the chat room. All right, so yours is very simple. We just have to go over your gear.
My gear.
Yes.
Are you sure I'm not allowed an animal companion?
I'm-
Seriously.
Positive you're not allowed to have an animal companion. Maybe you'll find one. We'll see. But so in your gear, you get 1 fuck off big gun, 2 serious guns, 1 backup weapon, armor worth 2 armor, which you'll detail for me, and oddments
Okay.
worth 1 barter. So you're
And
go ahead.
can the gun resemble an animal?
No. Well, maybe. Maybe you carve something in it. I don't know.
Okay.
So your fuck off big gun choices are a silenced sniper rifle, a machine gun, an assault rifle, or a grenade launcher.
Give me the machine gun.
Machine gun it is.
Hmm.
MG. So your machine gun tags are: it causes 3 harm, it can be close or far, and it's area damage, and it's messy.
That's how I like it.
How you say that now?
Right. Till you start shooting your partner. Area messy. All right. So the machine gun is close and far. Is there like a setting that you flick for that? So you can only do one or the
There's
other.
a switch. There's a switch on it right on the side. It's in the shape of a turtle.
Turtle to the hair, right?
Yep.
Got
Mhm.
it.
When its head is out of the shell, it's far. When it's in, it's close.
I like it.
Yeah, that's right. I thought about it.
Okay. Turtle out. It's far. Okay, you get 2 serious guns. That is a hunting rifle, a shotgun, SMG, a magnum, a grenade tube, which can be attached to, I guess, one of your other guns, AP
Okay.
ammo, or a silencer.
Can I get the hunting rifle?
Yep. Hunting rifle is 2 harm, far, loud,
Okay.
and you get 1 more.
What were the choices again? I'm sorry.
That's okay. Shotgun, SMG, Magnum, a grenade tube.
Okay.
APM.
Shotgun.
Shotgun. Okay.
All right.
Shotgun is 3 harm, close, messy.
All right. That's again, it's perfect. I like it close and messy.
So the difference, by the way, between close and far, just so you guys know, close would be being able to see basically the whites of their eyes. Far is you don't have to be able to see them, the whites of their eyes, to be able to shoot them. They do have to be visible, but they can be a lot further away. All right, give me a second to write this down. All right, and you've also got a backup weapon, 9mm, big ass knife, machete, many knives, or grenades.
I want many knives.
Many knives, okay.
Many knives. Can they have turtles on the handles as well?
They have turtles on the handles, man.
Yes.
So they're 2 harm, hand, infinite.
Okay.
So you basically do not run out of these knives. They're pretty much always with you unless you drop like the pack of knives, if that makes sense. So if something happens to you and like your bag of knives that never seem to end fall away, then you would have no knives. So that's how that works in terms of infinite.
But I get to start out with many, so it's okay.
You have many. And infinite.
I've actually got a turtle right here.
So you have armor worth 2 armor. No questions asked. You are decked out in armor. Tell me what that armor looks like.
It's leather.
Leather as well. You guys and your
leather,
man.
It's leather, man. I'm a dwarf. We don't have time to forge plate or chain.
Okay.
It's leather.
So this is
I have
hardened leather worth 2 armor.
Hardened leather. That's right, man. We don't fool around. We don't need heavy. We don't need heavy plate, man. We're range. That's how it goes.
Okay, hardened leather. 2 armor.
It doesn't even have to be hardened. It could be soft leather. It doesn't even matter, man.
No, it has to be hard.
Feels better against the skin.
Gotcha. How about that? The inside's really soft, but the outside's been like so hardened that it can stop 2 harm. What does the color look like?
It's brown.
It's brown.
It's brown leather.
Does it have a turtle on it?
Yes, a massive turtle, like facing outwards on the chest.
Nice.
Where the nipples are. Yep.
Oh my gosh. All right, and you have oddments worth 1 barter. So, let me know kind of what is worth, what is valuable to you.
It's valuable to me.
Yes.
Well, my turtle chest piece means a lot.
It's got to be something that's tradable.
Is it It's not tradable? All right, my bag of many knives then.
Something that's how do I want to say this? So the barter has to be something that's like worth something. I mean, it's worth something to you, right? But it's got to be something that's valuable enough that you can trade it to. You can always trade your knives. That you already have them. But this barter is kind of something else. So like say you're out in the field or something and you get shot and you really need help from somebody, you're going to want something to be able to give to them to be able to get something back from them. Unfortunately, not everybody shares your passion for turtles, so we cannot use turtles. But you'll see that because I'm the MC and I've said so. I've dictated this now.
It's hurtful, man. It's hurtful.
But like you'll see that Cash has canned goods and bandages and things like that. That's kind of like his oddments. Dingo has his gold pouch and things like that, and Blackbird has her fine jewelry. So all those things are tradable in order to get other things. I mean, they're sentimental and they may not like getting rid of them, but it's something that if in a bind, they'd be able to get rid of them for something else.
So can it be the bag of knives with the turtles on the handles?
I can be that, but it's got to be...
Because what else do I really have, honestly?
Let me think. What would be valuable
I
for
can
a
like
gun lugger?
I can cut off like a piece of me and offer it to them.
I mean, if he's got infinite knives, he could like exchange them for
I can
other
give
stuff,
them
I guess.
I can give them
Maybe
infinite knives for heals.
maybe it's bullets and ammo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe we'll do that. So how about we'll say that your barter is your knives. If you trade up your knives, you'll still have some, but I'll tag an ammo tag on it then. So basically,
Okay.
what that'll do is when you have ammo, the way that I'll run it is if you throw a knife on a 10 plus, you don't lose any stock out of that ammo. 7 to 9, you may lose it, and 6 and under, you would lose a stock on it. So right now they're infinite.
Okay.
If you trade them up once, you'll still have them, but then they'll be limited. Good for you?
Okay, yeah, that works.
All right. Your turtle knives, man.
Dude.
Okay, cool. So, all right. So that's everything in terms of our characters. Outside of, I think the only other thing we have to go over is history, highlighted moves, and then we can start actually talking about the world. He actually drew his mask in the. I want to pull this up actually. So
It's pretty cool.
that's his mask. I didn't realize he was actually drawing it in there, but it's pretty badass. I like it.
Yeah, it looks
It's
good for drawing it with a mouse.
yeah.
Maybe Dingo could be your animal companion.
Yeah.
No, has to be a turtle.
I don't consider myself really as an.
Oh no. God damn it, Skype.